Well, when the draw for the fourth round of the FA Cup was made, this tie certainly caught the eye, and what unfolded lived up to all that anticipation and expectation. Luke Varney getting Leeds off on the right note. McCormack wanted it played, but it was never coming. Varney knew exactly what he was going to do and did it, Matt Jackson, superbly.
He just makes it look really easy. When he gets himself well set, it's atrocious defending. There's too many times this happened for Spurs. Norton, no idea what he's doing, appealing. In totally the wrong position to start. Varney takes a little half a step, opens his body up beautifully. Absolutely great finish. Not giving Brown any credit whatsoever for the creative pass, because it was just a prod forwards, but this is great. Good technique, whip the ball, good pace. No chance for Brad Friedel at all.
So Tottenham were stung. Scott Parker trying to drive them on. This is Lennon with a little through ball, and Dempsey, who had the better chances for Tottenham really the whole game, couldn't take that one. Tom Huddleston starting today, which hasn't been happening too often in the Premier League. He's always had a touch of class about his work.
But they're half chances, aren't they? They're shots fashioned, nothing that's really testing. OK, he's got to go down to his left to save it, Ashdown, but he'd be really disappointed to get beaten from there.
Well, big hopes on Gareth Bale whenever Tottenham play, of course. They do and should have more variety, but he had certainly the best opening in the first half, which he conjured up for himself.
I think it's fine that he shoots at the end, so he just gets in between. Varney doesn't need to run down. He runs down the wrong side there to allow him in. But the power in that left foot. But you're never going to just fashion it through, trying to be too cute, missing out his teammates as well.
Leeds 1-0 up. This is right at the end of the first half. And Ross McCormack thinking he could just spin that back past Brad Friedel.
Yeah, I still think he might be better off trying to get him to commit to a penalty here, take it round him. He's a bit in no man's land there, Brad Friedel, and that's a tough skill.
Well, Tottenham had struggled at the back for much of the game, and McCormack exploited them this time. It wasn't straightforward when he got it back onto his left foot. He still needed to find a really arrowing strike, and boy, did he do that.
But he should be allowed to get it back onto his left foot, clearly onside, but just keep him running on his right. If he beats your goalkeeper from there with power, well, he's done really well. But once he cuts back inside, and that's where Corker shouldn't allow him. OK, his arm shouldn't be up in the air, but now, look, just even if he holds his run in this position here, he has to run down the channel, overruns it, cuts back inside, but that is a fine finish. See the power from this angle. Friedel does just get a little finger on it. You're not stopping those.
Dempsey coming in here from Lennon's cross. But it looked at that stage as though Tottenham in front of goal were really going to be firing blanks.
Yeah, Leeds does just about enough. And the two young boys in the back four for Leeds were excellent all day. Did really well.
Sam Byram just probably regretting having that touch. Bell read it, to be fair to him, and got it green. And dug out across, and good movement by Clint Dempsey to win the header 2-1.
It just shows what Bale can do. Picks the ball up. Even here, they've got a lot to do. But Dempsey does well, and he does well all day because he gets on the move. That's why he gets his goals. He's not quick, but he gets on the move in the box. Gets across the first man, takes up a good position. It's just a glancing header. Gives Ashdown no chance at all. But if he just stands and waits for the ball to come, he won't score that goal. But he doesn't. He does what all good strikers do. Gets across the front man.
Well, Ross McCormack could have really wrapped it up here. Bursting away onside, trying to hammer it past Friedel, who kept his team certainly in the game, although the recovery was to prove beyond the Premier League side.
Yeah, the angle completely against him here. Asuakota getting back, but he actually stops that ball getting cut back across, and you back your goalkeeper in those circumstances, particularly one with Brad Friedel's experience. He's always going to get something on that.
Leeds were only occasionally pushed into real desperation. That was certainly a fine block by Tom Lees in the middle of this excellent back four.
Stands up well.
Well, are we going to blame Jonathan Abika, the young substitute, or praise Lee Peltier? Maybe a little bit of both.
Well, actually, the ball doesn't come down that quickly for Abika. He couldn't really get the ball. Takes a decent enough touch, but Peltier shows good defending. He's got a lot to do at this point. Does really well.